Radical.
Welcome to part one of Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for June the 20th through June the 26th, 2022. Short comments, quick replies. Mario Jones. You have to have cheap stuff mixed in with the higher end stuff so that people will be enticed to look at everything. Talking about the flea marketing. I do agree with that. Sometimes it's about the gravity. It's about the gravity that a really nice item pulls. I've had instances where I have a really nice item and other items right around it that weren't so nice. And because people bought the one item, they started looking at some of the other items. Now, some people might actually argue the opposite, where if you have kind of crappy items around the nice item, it might lower the value of the really nice item. But I think the latter. I think having a really nice item surrounded by some not so nice items, I think that's a good little tactic there. You subbra, stumbled on a video like Phoenix Resale since he gave Scott some Gex. I don't know what you meant by there. The game Gex? I still watch him and can't seem to get behind most of your points. He is acting like a bitch by asking for the price reductions. Does seem weird to me. I wouldn't even consider it begging. Then I said, nah, he's a bitch, weasel, lowballer. I run into his type all the time at the flea market. He's disliked for reasons. It's not just me. But somehow people come by and they think, well, it's just me that, call him like a weasel. And I do run into people like Phoenix Resale all the time. Not very regularly, but the particular kind of weasel that he is far beyond even what I've run into. People that come by and then you give them a discount because, they keep whining and whining about a freaking discount. And, you finally say, and that's why I sometimes set my prices a little higher because I know people are going to try to talk me down. And then you finally say, well, you know what? I could probably, that's where you stop. Okay. When someone says, I could probably do that, that's where you stop out of respect for the salesperson. You don't just keep trying to low and low ball. If you get somebody like that, send them off on their way. Send them off on their way and tell them, no, I don't have to sell to you, right? If you've seen a Phoenix Resale, don't watch that channel. It's just not, it's really not for anybody. I don't really know who is that channel for. I don't know. Other weasel lowballers? Penguin Wizard. Those superhero movies from the 2000s will always have a soft spot. Yeah, the 2000s superhero movies. Some people just instantly think that superhero movies started with the Marvel movies. But no, that's not the case. It didn't just start with, Iron Man, which was actually ironically a 2000s movie, 2008. I believe that was the first Marvel film. But no, there's amazing ones. Dark Knight, Batman Begins, the original Spider-Man trilogy, and the X-Men movies. The first and second X-Men movie, the first and second X-Men movie. The first X-Men movie, just, for people in that time period that were so happy to see that was a huge movie. Like the fact that you had Jean-Luc Picard, him casted as Professor X. One of the all-time greatest castings, by the way. That made people incredibly happy because that would be number one on their list. Like, okay, we want Jean-Luc Picard as Professor X. And if you look back, on the movies, they hold up. Like I said, except for maybe Last Stand. But yeah, there were some great superhero movies from the 2000s before, Marvel came and basically, swallowed up all the attention for superhero movies. Askia Sabur, stylish. Not for hiking, but for the hip-hop look. Laugh out loud. Are you joking there? You also left a comment saying that you loved Mountain Gear shoes from the 90s. They had those in the 90s? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a big brand. I've never heard of Mountain Gear. Hip-hop? I don't think hip-hop when I look at those shoes. I don't think you could do any hipping and hopping in them without, the sole, breaking and it just coming apart. I wouldn't suggest any hip-hopping in those Mountain Gears. And when I think hip-hop, I think tennis shoes. I don't think boots. What do you say? What would you all say would be the definitive hip-hop brand of boots? I don't know. Andy Sorensen, I guess I hadn't thought of going to Goodwill to rent movies, but certainly a cheap option if you want to take a chance. Oh yeah, It's like a rental store. You go in there, you pay $2, you get a movie, you watch it. A couple days later, if you want to, you can redonate it. And then someone else picks up the movie, goes home, watches it, brings it back. There's a lot of copies. I went there earlier. A lot of copies of You, Me, and Dupree. A lot of people don't want to keep You, Me, and Dupree. I don't even know. I forget who's in that. But I just saw a lot of copies of You, Me, and Dupree. And, some people don't bring the disc pack. Or not all the disc. I just picked up a Back to the Future trilogy and was missing one disc. But I was like, you know what? $4. It's got the first one and the second one. I don't really care for the third one that much. So, yeah. Jonathan Vicario. This man is so salty. And a little bit of a setup here. This is on Beat 'em Up's Moral Compass. That classic from me years ago. Jonathan Vicario. This man is so salty no one would send him anything. Laugh out loud. Years on the platform and can't hit 10K because bitching about people is not content anyway. Back to relevant YouTube. I think he hit all your stupid points here. And I get this particular comment over and over again. So I'm pretty sure this is the same person over and over again. Saying I'm salty that no one would send me anything. Apparently I'm mad because I don't get freebies from people. So how am I mad that I'm not an e-bagger? Like, I don't understand this. And I explained that many, many times how I pay for things. I don't accept freebies, specifically online, because I'm not an e-bagger. Why is that so hard for people to understand? I actually have pride as a person. I earn money and I buy things. Why is that so fucking crazy for people to understand? Years on the platform, can't hit 10K. Well, I mean, there's people that's been on the platform for years and don't have 10 or 20 subscribers. I like, why is it such a big deal? I mean, like, I'm a successful channel. Like, I've made thousands on here. I have thousands of subscribers. Like, so by any metric, I've been a successful channel through the years. I'll keep correcting you all, but quit being fucking stupid. And when I say you all, I mean the one or two people that are jealous of me and how amazing and great I am. Just fucking stop it. You're stupid. Stephen M. just wanted to shout out a few gaming related channels that are worth checking out. G-Man Mods, Rocker Gaming, Discart, Chill Scissors, Dr. Levi Harrison. Well, thank you for that, Stephen. And I pinned that comment. I need to do more of that. I think a lot of us need to do more of that. We need to start shouting out some great channels. Now, Rocker Gaming, I could definitely attest to that. That's been a great channel for several years. I like Rocker Gaming. What I used in the thumbnail here was Dr. Levi Harrison. And I will say one criticism is that person needs to upload more often. Because I'm looking here. What's his... Maybe he uploaded like maybe in the past. Because I see a month ago was the fight game community exercises. Then a year ago. Okay. It seems like he hasn't uploaded much lately. Doesn't mean it, is not a interesting, different kind of channel. Says he's an orthopedic surgeon, gaming, medical fitness, health, and well-being. It seems like a nice, range of a channel. I like that. I like channels that have a lot of range, that don't just do one or two things. And in this video that I watched, he did these finger exercises. He was doing those exercises for the fight game community. And it's good that he actually was showing people how to actually exercise their hands. Might help people with the carpal tunnel, possibly. I don't know. I'm not a hand surgeon. This guy's actually a hand surgeon. So that was an interesting upload. I might leave a link to it after this, like literally in a couple seconds, where you get to see him doing a whole lot of, fingering with his hands.